today. It's great to see some of your faces virtually. We enjoy the lunch and learns and a little bit of interaction. So we hope everyone's staying well. This is a great way today that we thought we had a new way to offer you guys just a little enhanced listing on our website that's gonna, we think, add a lot of value to your directory listing and also with all the time on our hands, not really, we laugh, but we're like, we have so many projects we wanted to get done. But this was one of them, and it was really getting you guys used to using our website interface. There's a lot of features and things that you can just kind of gain from who all is visiting our site and how many people are clicking on your link and what they're looking for and that sort of thing. So this is kind of a good introduction to that. So Crystal is going to lead us through talking about what an enhanced listing looks like and also just how to log into the website and how to use it and all the features that can help benefit your organization and your business. So I'm going to hand it over to her, and then she will probably take questions at the end. So, and there's always the chat box. If you have things, you can send a chat to Crystal or to everyone so you don't forget your question at the end. But I'll hand it over to you, Crystal.
Super. Thank you, Tracy. I've already hit record, so I will make this available, a link available afterwards, just in case anybody needs to go back. And I am going to share my screen. Let's see. There. So, Tracy said this is our Lunch and Learn, Manage Your Membership using online account access. We do have a lot of tools on the back end of your directory listing, both with the basic and the enhanced listings. So we're going to talk about some of that today. Just as an introduction, again, I'm Crystal Bozo. I'm the Marketing and Administrative Coordinator for the Chamber. And I also want to introduce this guy. This is Cody. I have locked myself in my home office, but if you hear muffled barking in the background, that's who to blame for that. Our Chief Barking and Distraction Officer. So we're going to go through a few things today. So we're going to talk about how to create your account, where you go to even log in, reviewing the account dashboard once you are in the system, how to go about updating your basic listing. And again, everybody gets that basic listing with your membership, and then how to add the enhanced features. Some of you that have already renewed have opted to take advantage of that, and it's a really great tool to make your listing stand out in the directory. So we will get started with creating your account. First things first, just visit our website, www.lexrockchamber.com, and you'll scroll to the membership tab drop down and then manage your account. And I thought it would be helpful rather than just staring at a slide for me to actually go through this, and we'll log in as the chamber so that we can kind of play around in the back end. So I will open a browser window, and this of course is the Chamber's website. We're going to go to the membership drop down, and again, as I'm going through this, as Tracy said, if you drop, I've got the chat box open. If you leave a question, there will be time for that, so just make sure to type your questions as we're going, and I'll try definitely to answer them at the end. So we're going to manage your account. If you have not already created an account, you can create one using this link, your sign up now link. The email address that you'll want to use to create your account is the main one that we have on file. So if you are the primary representative for your member organization or business, odds are you entered your business email. That's the email address that you want to use. If you use like an info, for example, our account is info@LexRockChamber. If you use that, that's the email address that you want to use when you create your account. Otherwise, it won't recognize you. You can also, if you have problems with this or you're not sure who, you can send me a note and I can go in and just create a default password for you to get you logged in, and then you can update it later. But we'll log in as the chamber. I've got our information saved. And that takes you into the back end of your membership listing, which is pretty neat. And then, let's see. That's the easy part. Now you're going to review the dashboard. Let me go and just make sure there's no questions. You guys bear with me, first time moderating one of these. All right, so we're going to review the dashboard. And you can see from the screenshot kind of a general overview of everything that you can look at and see here. Your directory, you can search the directory from here. You can look at some of the reports that Chamber Master, which is our partner, generates for you. You can personal company information, job postings, our upcoming events. All of those things are right there on the dashboard of your member listing. And we'll play around with some of those. So you can see here, you could go to your personal information. If you want to update your username or password, billing information, you can make payments here, see your transaction history, to home, company information. This is key for making sure that what you want to be forward facing on our website in your directory listing is accurate. So all of that information is right here. And again, home, you can see this event today. As we add events going forward, there will be more added here. Some other like member to member news, anybody that's updated, we can see that. The reports tab, just thinking, shows you kind of how many people have viewed and what kind of impressions that your directory listing are getting, which is good. And you can add job postings, hot deals, all of those things you can see here on the left. That's the basic. And then updating the basic listing. So this guy here that you may have seen just while we were looking around on the dashboard, this is your friend. This is where you go to see how complete your profile is. You can see right now ours is at 52%. I spent a little time updating some things yesterday. It's a little different because we're kind of the umbrella organization. So each one of these, it's going to be different for each one of you. But I will go in and show you just a few things that you can update depending on whether you have a basic or enhanced listing. So we go back to home and update. It basically tells you in each section what's still left to be completed. So first things first, you'll want to make sure that you've got all of your contact information correct for your organization. You can add social networks, at least one. It lets you add Facebook and LinkedIn. So we've got those here. You can add a web description. Basic listings come with, I think, 800 characters. Enhanced listings, you can add up to 1,600 characters. So make sure that you take advantage of that. Search results, hours of operation. I think that's one of the big things that's going to be helpful for businesses right now and for you all as members, just to keep that updated. And that's an easy thing to update. It's instantly updated on the website. So you can see, like, if your hours are changing as we're all going through these dynamic times, things are pretty fluid, but that will let you keep that up to date on the Chamber's website. And then you can enter some keywords as well. You can always save your changes, and I'll show you, let's see if I can go to our website, and we'll just look at what the listing looks like real time. You can see we've added our hours here, our Facebook logo, or Facebook link. If you've got LinkedIn, you can add that as well. Your About Us section. We are able to add media, and that kind of leads me into the enhanced listing option. Many of you that have gotten an invoice saw that $25 line item. We did away with another program that we had, which was the My Chamber app. It just wasn't getting as much traction, and we thought this would definitely be a lot more beneficial for you all to have. Enhanced listing features let you add these things. You can do a media section, which you see on ours, photos and video. You get a longer business description. Like I said, I think it's 1,600 words. You can add your logo to the listing, priority placement within your category, add more keywords, which is good. Our directory, unlike it used to be, you couldn't search it. So you kind of had to know what you were looking for. Now you can search by construction or attractions or gifts, and the more keywords that you all add, as Tracy mentioned in the chat box, like the more keywords you have is huge, because then if somebody types that in, they're going to the chamber website and they type in a keyword and you match it, you're going to pop up, and that's just going to lead to more hits for you for your website and business highlights. So we'll go back to our listing and play around with it. Let's see. So if we want to add your pictures, you go down here to your update your friend, photos and logos. We've added our logo. I added one other image, but you can add this gallery and you can change it around if you want to move pictures up and down so that something takes primary place in that media box. If you've got a video and you want that to be front and center, those things are those tools are there for you. Some other things that you can add, definitely wanted to share with you this. This is employees. All of your employees are by extension members. If you add them here, that immediately gets populated into our database. That means that every time we send an email out to our members, they'll get it. So that's a good way to make sure everybody's getting weekly. Everybody knows kind of our upcoming events and what's going on. Just wanted to stop and point that out to you guys. Your map pin is critical as well. Google Maps is the default, but that helps people know where you are. It's Google, so it's pretty accurate. And let's see, go back to update. And again, your keywords are all here, website information. So this is where you're going to add and update your hours. If you want to add more descriptive text about your business or your organization, you do that here. You can add your keywords here. This is like I said, this screen is where you're going to do most of your updating and spend most of your time. And as you update it, it is instant. So it will automatically reflect. And you can kind of have both windows open like I've done here, and just refresh it so you can see what changes you make, how they look. It gives you that flexibility to kind of play around with it, and make sure that your listing stands out and that it looks like everything you want it to. I guess I'll open with questions. I mean, it's hard to look at our listing. We're, like I said, a little bit different than some of your businesses are. But I can open this back up. If you guys have questions for me, just please type them in the chat box and I'm happy to answer them. Or Tracy and Elizabeth, if there's anything that you see that you'd like me to kind of dive deeper into, I'm happy to do
that. No, Crystal, I think that was a really good overview. One of the things that we're really, trying as we transition everyone onto the system, as I remind people, the more you put in there, the better it's going to be overall, because the more people are going to be, diving into it, more people are going to be using it. The referrals are going to get used a lot more, the reports, that sort of thing. So that's what we just are encouraging everyone and having sessions to try to get everyone and onboard them. And use it as we need. One of the things Crystal did mention is the job category and the job posting board. We are really trying to push that out a lot. As you all know, it goes out on the weekly. Anyone that posts a job to their profile or on their account, Crystal can pull those and put those in the weekly every week. So we're really trying to encourage people to go here and post their jobs. For our area, we don't have just a local office for employment and a local VEC office. So we really don't have that kind of representation. So we're trying to create that virtually, especially right now as people are going to be looking at going back to work, hopefully, and getting people back in the job force and the workforce. So I just encourage everyone to go there and put their jobs there and make sure. That would be the only other thing. It's pretty easy to post a job on here, Crystal, right? Like it's pretty self-explanatory when they go to add one and that sort of thing.
Yes. So I just go into, if you're on the home screen, you've logged in and you're on the home screen. Cody says hello.
There's Cody.
You'll hit the job posting,
mm-hmm.
and you can just add a job posting. So for example, if we're hiring a summer intern, and you can say we'll be responsible for general office and reception duties, as well as some social media management, just as an example. And if you want, you add a category. This is key because people will search the job. Our job posting board can be, you can search it by whatever your industry is. So just make sure that you have that accurate. You leave it active if you've got an application closing date, for example. Make sure that to change this date down here, we'll just leave this one. We'll have it going for a week just so you can see an example. And if there's an image associated with it, you can add your logo. We'll go ahead and find our logo. And submit it for approval. So then you'll see what job posting we've added. This one, we're going to, I go in, once I get a notification, I go in and I get an email and I'll go into Chamber Master and just approve it, and then it goes live. So it's very easy to add it, and you can add the description. As you can see, the field was pretty big, so you can add as much information as you like about it. Oftentimes when I receive these by email, I ask you for a link for a full job description, and then I essentially copy and paste that. So the more information you can provide and more links you can provide in that, if there's an online application, the better. And I see a question here about, yes, this does replace, Leslie, the My Chamber app. Which used to be 20. This enhanced listing, adding the logo and the media features is the $25. And perfect. I go in basically once you've renewed and you've included that in your payment, I go in and it's a toggle. I just enable your enhanced listing. So from there you can go in and add all of those things right away.
Okay, because I think now that we know what that was for, you know, what it is and what it's replacing,
yeah,
that we might be more interested.
Sure.
Excuse me, I have to get the mail.
Okay.
Say hi, Mike.
Hello.
Yeah, it's Crystal. I don't have my, you can't see her, but you can say hi. This is me.
Hello.
Hello.
That's it. I don't have my video on, so no one can see him, but he's working today, so everyone knows.
Great.
Oh, working very hard, excuse me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so back to my question, though, we might go enhanced now that we know that that's kind of replacing another cost.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
That was one of the reasons that we wanted to offer this today, so that people really could see what it was, and have a better understanding of it. If you or you know anybody that's already submitted their payment, we can add this at any time.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And the other question, Katie, you'll contact me, and my contact information will be at the end of this. I'll have a slide with that. So if you've got technical questions, or if you go to try and create or log into your account and you have problems, then I'm happy to help you get in there. And let's see, Patty, the news releases feature lets you add a news release. Most of the time, if you have already submitted something to the Advocate or the News Gazette, or if you've sent it out to your PR lease, you can copy and paste it here. and it'll appear on your dashboard and other members can see it. So again, you can see here where some people have added some things. And here's where the news releases appears. Community content. And yes, Lisa, I am recording this, so I'll provide it to you. Are there any other questions? Okay, well, as I said, if anything comes up as you're trying to get set up, you can email me. My email address is there, Crystal at Lex Rock Chamber. General membership inquiry questions, Elizabeth, who's on the call as well, is always happy to answer them for you. I think that's about it. If there's no further questions, Tracy, do you have anything else?
No, thank you all for joining us. This was very good and really helpful, and we'll do some more of these for other people that are interested. So please just spread the word. We'd love for everyone to join us.
Absolutely. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.